how to divide the resources and manage it as one single unit, which is the same for us in the stock markets also. Whether you are trading small positions or larger positions, it is all one and the same, because the management that is required to manage a small position is the same is what is required even for larger positions. So your position size doesn't really not decide how you have to manage. The management will be the same whether you are dealing with a small capital or whether you are dealing with a larger capital. No matter what is your capital size, your strategy and your management techniques should be uniform, and across the board it should be the same, and it should be scalable. So what is important to note here is the wisdom that is described by SunTzu applies very much in many other fields, including stock markets, wherein he says it is one and the same. So in terms of stock market position management, so your entries will remain the same no matter what capital you have. Depending on your capital, the entry levels in the stock market won't change. Only thing is the quantity changes. If you have a smaller capital, you will enter with a smaller quantity, or if you have a larger capital, you will enter with a larger quantities. In terms of entry, there won't be any difference whether you have smaller resources or larger resources. In terms of position sizing will be the same, and in terms of targets or in terms of stop losses, everything will remain the same. Just like, as if you are managing one unit, you will have to manage the same when you are managing the 100 units also. So this is very much true for stock markets. Irrespective of your capital or the resources that you have, the management, it doesn't mean like, if you have a smaller capital, you can less manage and you can get away with it. No matter what capital you are trading with, or no matter what resources you are having at your disposal, the management that is required is one and the same, and it has to be very sharp irrespective of whether you are trading with a small capital or with a larger capital. So we will have to remember one thing: your management should be uniform and scalable. When you start off something, you should have a management technique which is scalable. So if you can get into a technique which is scalable, then irrespective of whether you are dealing with a small capital or larger capital, everything becomes smooth, so that you can divide your positions and handle it well. We will once again meet tomorrow. Until then, Om Swasti.